pre-seasons get any easier today?
They do when you don't have to turn up till January. Yeah, they're a lot easier. So it's been good so far, and it's good to be back.
So what's going to be your pre-season? Is it going to be sort of take one on the starts yet?
Yeah, look, I'm not sure. Sheeta's just said roll through what you get through and see what happens. I suppose you want to be a little bit mindful. The season's pretty long and got myself pretty fit now, so there's no need to go silly at the moment. But looking forward to a few hard training sessions and doing a good job.
And you still want to work on that?
Yeah, I mean, you have to. You still have to do the work. I came in here a fair bit, but just had the flexibility to do it at my own times and really from a mental break more than anything.
James, given it's likely to be your last pre-season, do you have an extra spring in this step?
Pre-season, I wouldn't say a spring in this step. It's always, it's going to be hard, but I think knowing, it's your last season, it's just something to enjoy and really, every time you do something, it's the last time. So I'm looking forward to it.
What specific goal have you set down for yourself for this year?
I haven't sat down and really put them down together, but I think it's about enjoyment, really. It's about getting the most out of my body and enjoying the year for what it is. When you go through your last season, you want to make sure that you have some good memories, and from a team point of view, just to have a better year than last year and be competitive. I think last year was very disappointing, but already we've got some good recruits. Mel Michael, the young kids look very good, and I think that the team that we're going to have this year looks a lot better than we had last year.
Say you believe the group can sort of push top 8 into challenge?
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, that's why I'm playing, is for a top 8 finish and hopefully go further on. I'm not playing for any other reason. I'm not playing to finish 15th where we finished last year. So my intentions are that we'll finish in the top 8, and once you get there, you see what happens. So looking forward to that.
With Mel Michael, does he put all that stuff behind him, and how have you seen his sort of approach in terms of his training and fitting into the club?
Yeah, I think he's put it behind him for sure. I think he made a decision to come and play here, and he's left Brisbane alone, and I think they've sorted it all out, and it's all out on the table and ready to be finished with. So he's ready to play footy and training well, and such a fantastic player down the back there, and will give us flexibility, leaving at full back, and to have him at the club, I think is a great opportunity for us.
James, did you sort of watch the cricketers, the 3 retirees, the way they went out? Sort of very challenging. Were you watching that?
Oh, definitely. To see those great players go out like that, you'd love the equivalent to a premiership, I suppose, and that's fairy tale stuff. But there's a lot of hard work for us between then and I suppose now and then, and anything can happen in the next 6 months, 6 to 9 months. So if that happens, that'd be great. But for us, or for me at the moment, it's about putting in that hard work. And you see what the way the cricketers did. They were very passionate about what they did, put in the hard work, and they had the success they deserved.
James, I know you said you're playing for a top 8 finish, but what's different to last year?
Oh, well, I think Mel Michael coming in, the development and the maturity of the players that we've had in the past, and I think you learn from your mistakes of last year, and we made some mistakes and we had some injuries, and I think that the way the clubs approach pre-season, every club says the same thing, it looks more positive than it did last year.
Talk about injuries. You had some calf problems, I think some hamstring problems early in the season. Have you changed the way you approach this pre-season?
Yeah, I just don't talk about them anymore, and that'll mean they won't happen. Yeah, look, I suppose resting before Christmas and doing the individual training should mean that those injuries don't happen.
Have you changed your training?
No, I mean, it's still around what the club tells me to do. There's little subtleties. You don't have to change a lot, but subtle things you can change, yeah.
But last year, I think you went out and started running out of town against the club's wishes and stuff on your own.
No, not against the club's wishes, but everything's going well at the moment. We'll just stick to the moment.
I think players underdone going into the season has been a problem last few years. It appears this year everyone's almost up and going.
Yeah, it's interesting. Andrew Welsh, who hasn't really done a pre-season, Fletcher, who doesn't normally do a lot. All the players who have traditionally been underdone are ready to go. So it'll just be interesting to see how those players who have had good seasons go with a really good pre-season under their belt.
You talked to Kevin about how many games you'll play and whether you'll have some weeks off, etc.
No, I haven't spoken about it yet, but and there's no need to really. I think we'll talk about that as the year progresses.
Will you play the Native Cup?
We've been back 2 days and haven't spoken to Shees, but I'm planning to play a few games of that. Yeah, you need to play some preparation games, that's for sure. You don't want to go into the season totally cold.
How do you view Lenny Lloyd's body, his preparation, ready? lead the season?
Yeah, he looks pretty fresh, and he's obviously over that hamstring injury, so he looks good to go, and you'd see in Matty Lloyd just the determination to do something pretty special this year. He was frustrated last year as the first year as captain, as you would be, and I think that you'll see a very good year from Matthew Lloyd back to a few years ago where he's almost kicking 100 goals. He's a great player, and he just needs a bit of luck to get back on the park, and the way he led the club last year from having those injuries and now being on the field, I think we're even better.
Has Scott Woodland fitted in James? How do you think he's role first?
Yeah, look, who knows what happens with young kids? They might take a little bit of time to develop, but I think the club's pretty keen to throw him in and see if he can play a couple of senior games this year and see what happens. You don't want to put too much expectations on those kids. You want to make sure they develop, so in 3 or 4 years' time they're the players that they should be, rather than burn them out early on. But he's fitted in very well, and he's a big kid and very athletic, and I think he's the future of the club.
Harry Davis, young brothers here.
Yep.
What's the excitement of, I suppose, of Aaron? Can you see the things?
Yeah, I've actually only been here 2 days, Tiff, so not. Yeah, look, it looks good, but yeah, it's a bit hard for me to say.